butt in there right now!
The Staleness.
Welcome everyone to episode 8 of the 6th season of the Juggalo Rewind podcast, where we deep dive into Juggalo albums one track at a time and prove to ourselves why we are your favorite Juggalo podcast.
I thought you were going to say, prove to yourself how much you hate the last song.
Why? I didn't hate the last song.
I think you, and I quote, said this song sucks. Or something along those lines.
A quote or something along those lines. Well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes something's...
No. And I quote, the song's kind of trash. That's what it was.
It's trash.
That's what it was.
But that happens every now and again when we go through each of these songs, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
One track at a time, and we entertain you, whether you're a longtime fan, a new Juggalo to the cult, you've just started drinking the Kool-Aid, or you've been drinking it for a long time,
Faygo,
or
you
haven't drank it at all.
Faygo Punch.
Had $1 left. I say that every time you bring up Faygo Punch. There's always something here for you. Go back and listen to our archives if you are not familiar, but if you know what's going on, it's 6:05 in the morning on a Thursday.
On the Superstation.
And we are here talking the almighty 6th Joker's card. My name is Peter. I'm here with Chris. How are you doing on this fine pre-WrestleMania Thursday afternoon?
Yeah, this is about the time you start kicking off Mania weekend, right? You're watching some of them. If you got independent wrestling TV, you watch some of those shows. Or if you're not, you're pulling up the old tapes or old DVDs, watch those. So, yeah, feeling good, feeling great. Enjoying the day, enjoying the weather. Hopefully it's not snowing. You know.
You never know.
Up and down, allergies, all out of whack. A couple weeks back, I finally called the doctor after getting sick at the beginning of March, asking if I should get an antibiotic or something. He's like, told me just to take Sudafed to help dry it out. And
how did that work
out? On it. Actually, doing good, but yeah. He said that's the thing this winter. All them colds linger. Just sit. It was sitting all in there. So.
Well, it's sitting because you're sitting down here in the basement.
Yeah. Nice and damp.
You need some nice fresh air.
I go for a walk.
Well, that's good. You're walking with the Wraith?
Usually I'm walking with, actually, for a while I was walking with the Twisted With Us guys.
Oh.
I'd catch up on them with my walks.
I'm sure they like walking with you.
My lunch times usually are like, because I'm listening to music mostly when I'm working, so when I go on a walk, I usually throw on a podcast sometimes. For a while it was Mysterious Universe. They got a little too deep into the anti-vax talk, so
I think you
peeled back on that. You know, Halloweenies, they're in the middle of the Aliens coverage, so walk with them. But I want to do a late night walk with the Wraith. I'm waiting later in the season for that.
You should walk with Elias at Astronomicon. I keep forgetting that
I forgot he's going to be there.
If we're talking podcasts, I started a couple new ones.
Oh, yeah?
I just started listening to the Shane Douglas podcast.
Oh, that's a good one.
Franchise University. It's not bad so far, but it literally just started.
Yeah.
I'm also starting to listen to one called Democracy Mao. It's a comedy podcast about Asian history. One of my friends, grade school friends, is on it. So
nice.
It's really funny. So I enjoy that. What else have I started?
I like history ones. I'm down.
I mean, the premise is history, but it just turns into just jerking off jokes and it's nonsense. I'm going to try to start getting back into JR's podcast.
Yeah, he's fun to hit. You're hard though because you have to listen to them all.
No,
now you're good on jumping around.
For him, I think I'm going to start at something and either go backwards when I want to, or just move forward.
I think all the Conrad world, the Conrad podcast universe, I just pick and choose shows. Like if it's Mania season, I want to listen to some Mania ones, I'll pull some of those. I just fast forward the front end, like people are probably doing to us right now. Fast forward that front end modern day talk, just get to the
good
meat
stuff.
And potatoes of WrestleMania 15 or something stupid he's talking about.
There is one, Tony Schiavone, he did a watch along with Eddie Kingston.
Oh, really?
That I kind of want to.
That's fun.
But I don't remember what it was for. So, yeah, his watch alongs are good. But then you're stuck to the time frame of like watching something.
Right.
You can't just. You could walk along with it, but whenever there's a watch along, it's tough to do.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of our watch alongs.
We've only done one here on this.
Really?
On the Juggalo world.
I thought we did another one, but maybe not.
We should figure out how we do the immersive Wraith DVD experience where everyone black out as much as you could. Not like blackout drinking. Black out the room you're in. Close your eyes. Experience the Wraith audio DVD with us. We're trying to get that figured out.
Are we really?
Steve sent me a picture of a guy wearing like a like a spaceship like astronaut dome, and it had like these big black goggles on. He's like sitting in his chair like this. He goes, "That's how I want to listen to the Wraith."
You know what we should do? Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Have you seen? So it's not like not a massage and not a stretch, but it's the float.
Oh yeah, I bought my mom that when she was stressed out from work, but she didn't like thought she'd be too claustrophobic with it. So I have those. She's like, you just use it. I've been wanting to go. I've always wanted to do it. And listen to like spaced out music. That'd be the album.
Make sure it's an hour long. You know what? Okay, we're talking about it. We're talking about how you listen to the Wraith, right? So let's go to a voicemail.
Oh yeah, good segue.
Because that would be funny. As long as you're lucky, it would be like 60 minutes or 30. It'd be
Cut
like,
off. The truth is, boom, lights are on.
Here's an extra $20. Let me stay in for 72 minutes and leave me alone. So we got a voicemail from Vinny from Jersey talking about when he first bought the Wraith and how he listened to it.
Yeah.
Did you listen to this?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, God. So we're going to listen to first time caller.
Yeah.
Hopefully not the last time caller.
Right, it was a good one. Keep it coming.
Vinny from Jersey and how he listened to the Wraith for the first time.
What's good? This is
Whoops, wrong button. Let me start over.
Takes shots right out the gate on Fear the Beard.
Let's start over and do that the right way.
What's good? This is Brittany from Jersey. First, I want to say, fuck Fear the Beard.
We got more Whack Pack on Whack Pack Crime.
I like that.
I want to talk about the Wraith. So, back in the day, I was really big into ICP, a lot more than I am today. But
Welcome back.
I actually got married in October
That's a sin.
of 2002 at Six Flags.
Crime against football.
With my face painted like Jay. Obviously, yes. Juggalos will do.
Like Juggalos will.
Our honeymoon wound up being flying down to Florida to go visit my aunt and basically hanging out for a week.
It's a good honeymoon.
Happened to be right at the beginning of November. So what did I do, being the juggalo that I am? Found out where the closest mall was so I could buy the Wraith.
I mean, I do that
I
now.
remember opening it in the bathroom when I got back to the hotel,
Why'd you wait?
and because we didn't want to take up too much of my aunt's time. I remember going to the bathroom, opening that bitch, reading all the lyrics, and just basically oogling over everything because it was absolutely
That's against the
amazing
rules,
at
though.
the time.
Reading lyrics ahead of time.
Greatest thing since fucking sliced mayonnaise bread with tomatoes.
What the hell's he talking about now?
I think that's good.
Did not listen to the album the whole week we were down there.
See? He held out.
But
Yeah.
I wound up buying or bringing my CD Walkman, whatever the fuck it was called back then, with me, specifically so I could listen to it on the plane on
All
the
right.
way back.
Smart.
And I had to explain to my ex-wife all about the CD, the mythology, all this. She couldn't give a fuck what.
Notice.
She did not care.
Notice keyword. He
Point of
just
the
hit
story, I told her when we were getting on the plane, listen, this is an hour and a half flight back to New Jersey. I'm not going to listen to a fucking thing you say. You're going to shut your mouth, and you're going to run interference for me for
Run
any
interference.
fucking stewardess who comes up to me and tries to talk to me, try to offer me peanuts and bullshit.
I mean, Jay said you
I
could
don't
have
want
snacks.
no peanuts and
You
bullshit.
listen.
I'm listening to the race exhibit of Shangri-La.
Yeah, but you can't be talking.
I
to him.
remember sitting next to her and literally putting on the headphones and, like, next thing I knew, we were back in Newark because I almost blacked out. It was such an amazing fucking album.
Hell yeah.
And that's literally how I spent my flight back from my honeymoon
Honeymoon.
Telling my brand new newlywed to shut the fuck up and not talk to me. Yeah, that's all the story I got for now. I'm sure I'll have some more another time, but
Only
you
welcome.
guys keep up the good work. Again, fuck Beer the Beard. Just because
Unnecessary.
He has really good hugs. Talk to you later.
So that was Vinny from Jersey.
Yeah, that was great. That probably one of the most ideal spots to listen. I mean, all right, you get points deducted for the other people on the flight. You're kind of, sometimes depends who's around you, all that, but you're as high, close to Shangri-La as you can get, up in the clouds, looking out the window.
God.
I mean, that's a vibe. You look out the window in the clouds and you're listening to this album. That's
Literally
good.
can't move. You're stuck there. You're just.
I'm down with that setting.
Notice that he said his ex-wife.
Yeah.
All right. Just want to make sure everyone picked up on that. All right. Well, thank you, Vinny. I hope we
Vinny.
hear from you again, even though you are a mortal enemy of Fear the Beard.
Yeah, I wonder what the beef is there.
We
Maybe everyone was measuring their beards against each other.
physically against each other or nose to nose. We can't have another fatter whack pack feud. I can't handle.
Yeah, multiple feuds.
We have one that we haven't heard a back and forth about. So maybe soon. Maybe we'll get a retort here in the near future. Oh no, because we did get a shot fired during the thee versus thy.
Yeah.
So there's still some shots. All right. So that's a nice little voicemail.
That's
tell
fun.
you later.
I want more of those if anyone's out there listening and has their own stories.
We have a couple good voicemails in the bag, but we will. Is there anything else that's stuck with us for now? That can be saved for later. That we kind of already talked about. No. We'll do this one. We got a quick joke.
Okay.
From Steve from Pittsburgh. He's a jokester. He likes comedy. That's what I heard. Ready?
Yes.
Yo, why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella? So drizzle.
That's all he called him with?
Yes.
Did you see someone point out...
I had a couple of these, but yes, go ahead.
What does he say that we were trying to figure out what he said? Still, the beginning of it. Hotties on it. So what's the very beginning of it? Now I'm in a fizzle.
Now,
Someone said in effect, which makes total sense. Yeah. We just totally did not catch that. So shout out. We should have saved that for the fixes. But, it's pertinent to
now.
Just recently. Happened a few weeks ago.
More than one person hit us up with
Right,
that. But so, it was multiples. But
sometimes you're sitting here, you can't, it doesn't click, So fuck you.
Because the way it's written is N-I-N fizzle.
And I just keep thinking of F words when I see the fizzle. Because that's usually, but 100% that's what he said. So more points for that track. Moving up the board. Good job, Jay.
Right past It Rains Diamonds.
Is that the bottom? You didn't say that. That's at the bottom of your list, right?
It Rains Diamonds?
Yeah.
When is this in an It Rains Diamonds podcast?
Sorry.
Is it the bottom? It's hard to put that at the bottom. I don't know. Get your Wicked On and Murder Rap maybe at my bottom. But we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We'll wait to see how this track
That's true.
treats us. You may be surprised. Do we have anything else going on with us? Anything else going on with you? We started ready for WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Who's going to win the big one?
The story's going to be finished, right?
It'd be funny if it wasn't.
By the way,
way cooler if it was.
My son was taking a shower, and he's always playing with some dinosaur centers. I turn it off. I'm like, all right, Con, time to get out. Let's get ready for bed. He goes, no, I have to finish my story. I was like, that's real funny. Okay, you get an extra minute for that. Pop me.
Finish the story. Well, what was the story? Did the dinosaur win?
I don't know what he was doing.
Did Omos win the world title in his fig fed?
He does have Omos in his fig fed. His current champion, I think, is Jey Uso. It's been like Roman Reigns, Cody, Jey Uso been traded off. Everyone else just kind of jobbers.
Does he have Nyla Rose in his? Or did you save her?
No, I should give it to him to enter his league. Head would pop off every time.
It's not how it was gifted to you. It's gifted to the podcast.
That's true.
But I'm sure you could gift it along.
It'd still be here. You just enter the... Usually just has Royal Rumbles all the time, which I think every kid does. That's what I used to have so many Rumbles with them.
Does he need a red velvet? I have that as well.
Get him a women's division going. I do have a S06E08 coming for him, for Easter, so that's exciting.
Man, so he's a big, into the bloodline?
Bloodline, Cody, all that. He's all in that story.
Big into a figure for a guy that doesn't wrestle?
He likes that story, though. I got to get him KO and Sami Zayn. Those are the two we're missing. I think the big names.
I was trying to think if I had any, but I don't think I do. All right.
He has Jacob's old ruthless aggression, Cena.
I should have looked at, if I would have known, I would have gotten a Lucy at that store.
Oh, yeah. Well, when we go to Astro, we could look at some bin digging.
Hopefully someone's got some bins. As you're listening to this, we got
right around the corner.
Astronomicon coming up in a week and change.
Yeah.
So come see us. I don't know if we're doing anything. I asked.
Still up in the air?
Still up in the air with the schedule. So.
I mean, you got to give us the one, right? That's tradition.
You know how the conversation goes. It started with like the two, and then it's like, well, or a one, but which one?
Yeah.
And, well, which one is better? Well, I don't know. You tell me which one you want. Oh, it would be at 11 o'clock on this day. Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you don't want it, don't force it. Oh, then, so you don't want to do it? I'm like, we'll do whatever you want. If you want one, we'll do one. If you want three, we'll do three. If you don't want any, we won't do any. I'm not forcing. So we will physically be there in some form or fashion. Will we be doing trivia? I don't know.
Well, one thing was for sure, Uncle Terry will be hanging out with us Saturday. That's a guarantee. He'll be at the 20x20 booth, arm wrestling anyone who wants to arm wrestle him. He'll be walking around, probably making out with old grandma or drunk grandma. What the hell's her name?
Angry
grandma. And so I don't know if Cody or Dip Cup will be there, but he for sure will be there, hanging out with us.
Is the other asshole gonna be there?
Traylon?
Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't seem to fit. I say you get one for each day.
Obviously,
Cody makes most. I haven't talked to him yet. I gotta figure out for sure what the plan is, but
he wouldn't want to. He should take 3 pictures with the 3 faces of Foley.
Each. That's good.
3 faces of Wayne County life.
Yeah. We'll see if we get that lined up.
There's no way.
I said we need to make a Uncle Terry arm wrestling champion shirt to release for it, like 78 Jody's arm wrestling champion. I
think it's been overdone, but it could be like the Kaufman, like the women's.
Yeah.
Just doesn't say like international women's
champion.
Yeah.
Uncle Terry Downriver arm wrestling champion, 78.
That would be fun to have like Jody's logo on it. Just like what's the over the top?
Over the top. That's what I was thinking. Parody of that.
This is gonna be good.
I gotta get on it. I got much time.
Better get your butt in there right now.
I can't believe I'm still at a table.
There's still time for that too.
Yeah, it's still up in the air.
Yeah, Uncle Terry may be there, but he may not have a table to be at.
We'll find out.
The room keeps getting smaller and smaller as more and more people get added. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Depends who you ask.
Sorry, Grams with lamps. You ain't gonna be there. All right. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. That's probably the ones that are coming up the soonest. So hopefully we get a little bonus episode we're talking about out of that. We have that other bonus one we want to do too next month. We have to talk about.
Oh yes.
We just have to figure out what topic you want to do. And
I think if we get it to work, I think Cousin Aaron's first appearance would be a good one on that. If we do something old school.
Yeah, but how would we? What would we do with him? That he'd be. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
But I think that'd be a fun one having appear on for the first time.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's make it happen. Yeah, think about topics, and we'll
book it on the fly here.
Oh, Jesus, that's never a good way to do it. All right. So you ready to talk about this episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cut that boy out. We are talking the 8th track on the almighty 6th Joker's card, the Wraith's exhibit of Shangri-La, track number 8, Thy or the Staleness.
That doesn't sound fun. Thy Staleness sounds fun though.
That does sound fun, but that's not proper.
Nah. Well, our Juggalo's really proper.
Wow. What did I just hear with the versus thy? Was it, what the hell would I have been listening to with them? An interview? Or something where he specifically said when he was talking about something in the rave.
Oh, really?
And it was funny that I'm like, oh, you didn't even like follow your own gimmick. It may have been.
Was it old footage or newer footage? Like,
it was older. It may have been from Behind the Paint.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about the part where he. What song is that where he talks about the girl? Is that Welcome?
God, Dead Weight of a Show? Welcome to the show, right?
I think so. And he says, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
So he doesn't say the
show.
And I noted that. I'm like, oh, that's funny. So, the staleness.
Yeah.
We are talking tail of the tape. You ready to just dive right in?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Producer. I don't think we said the producer last week.
I don't think we mentioned the recording notes either, but last week was the old standard of Lotus Pod to Dallas
Jesus.
to Nashville.
Yeah. Okay.
But we had a little detour now.
Oh, all right. We're going to lead us down the road. Producer on this track, we have Mike P. and the Insane Clown Posse. Not stale.
Not still?
I
Not
don't
yet.
think so. Wow. Time on this track, we have 3 minutes and 58 seconds, coming right under that 4-minute mark. Do you want to talk about your notes there? Or are you doing something you want me to keep going?
Yeah, you go. I was just trying to look up something real quick.
All right. This song is also found, only place it can be found is this CD, and you have the remix version on the 2006 Wraith Remix CD. It is remixed by Fritz the Cat.
Yeah.
His first appearance. First appearance on this season, but not the first appearance in our hearts.
I was going to say that before you said got me.
But also, wow. This can't be right. The features on this? I don't know who wrote that, if me or you wrote that. So definitely Sin makes an appearance.
Yeah. It's from the booklet. You got additional voices performed by Mike P, Sin, Legs Diamond, and Little Pig.
What voices are those?
No.
What about Isham?
Well, he's not singing. He's just talking shit.
Well, I don't know where Legs Diamond is on this CD, on this song.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's singing in the chorus somewhere.
All right, I guess we'll figure that out. So, according to the book, Legs Diamond, Sin, and Lil Pig, and Mike P are on here.
Yeah.
But we'll figure that out as we move along. That's why we're here.
Yeah. I was trying to look up, so, as you said, the notes, a little detour in the recording. Obviously, started at the Lotus Pod, as always. I'll just read it from the Visor himself.
From Thy Visor?
Thy Visor. Thy track was made at Thy Lotus Pod studio in Detroit, Michigan. Then the vocals were recorded, and the whole song itself was molded, sculpted in pure Juggalo freshness at Cherokee Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada. The finishing mix of Death was applied by Mike P and co-mixed by ISP at the Sound Kitchen in Nashville. And I just enjoy this. And if you couldn't possibly made any better, old Tommy Baker Boy finishes touches on it. So Nashville's, or not Nashville's, Las Vegas's Cherokee Studios makes appearance first time.
So we're the first time in Vegas.
And I'm trying to look up Cherokee Studios, and I don't see anyone for Vegas. Maybe it has changed names since then. There's a Cherokee Studios in L.A. that's rated the number 3 in the top 10 of greatest recording studios of all time, but that is not.
That's crazy.
That is not the one in Nashville. So, well, we've got a few more weeks to dig in. Maybe we'll revisit it, but yeah, not Nashville, Vegas appearing for the first time.
Because you definitely wrote Nashville in the notes.
That's why I keep saying it then.
I will change that for you so that, not that it matters.
Yeah. So here we go. A little different. I wonder when that stop happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, we talked about it in the book. It seems like not sequential,
right,
or just random. But the way we're really following it, it's Not how he said it.
I'm in my mind. There's probably the timeline is the Lotus Pod of obviously the very beginning, and then they stopped in Dallas. I think Dallas was the next stop based off the way things sound, and then the later tracks. I don't know how much months down the road are the Vegas ones, and then.
So they literally did them in order. That's what's strange.
No, I don't know. We'll see it as the
first 7 tracks were all in Dallas.
But I mean, maybe some of these down the line are also in Dallas. I don't think they went in order so far.
You would assume not, but it seems very much like they're.
But the next one also is definitely a Vegas one, at least according to the book. Yeah, we'll get to that next week. But yeah,
but he also talked about writing that in Vegas.
Right. So we'll see next week if it's noted in the book at all.
Tune in next week. A
little teaser.
The book is a little different.
Right.
It starts
spooky.
Starts taking a turn. That picture is spooky. Jesus. Ugh. Anyways.
I keep thinking that's his arm all like deformed looking there.
What is that? Like
it's at the top of the axe that they're taking pictures. It looks like that guy at St. Andrews who showed that burnt up nub to me. That's what his arm looked like. that.
Oh, that was the greatest story ever. All right. So that's the notes behind the Staleness. Yeah. You want to dive into thy lyrics?
Let's go. How about thy sample first?
Yes. You want me to sample your thigh?
Yummy.
So, we start with like every track on this album flows right from the last one.
Yeah.
Boom. About to smack that ass.
Boom, little phone starts ringing.
Then gets picked up.
Yeah.
Police Station Mooney speaking. So we have a little clip here from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Right. And that's the phone call of... So the clowns have been terrorizing the city a little bit, and the police chief not having any part of it. He's already thinking that people have been fucking with him. So, yeah, we got a clip of the phone call from the woman on it. So funny. Oh, calm down. Yeah. So fun little clip. I don't know if you haven't watched it. Check it out. Great B-level, C-level horror movie. Awesome score.
Is it in do you have a top?
It's a staple of October. Like when I go to you started getting deep in the Halloween movie watching. Not really Halloween vibes or fall vibes on this, but I don't know, the score, creepiness, they're super creepy, the clowns.
I was going to say, is it even a horror movie?
Horror comedy, would you say? But yeah, to me, there's something about it that just feels good with the Halloween lights twinkling, the little jack-o'-lantern, the pumpkin candles going. It fits.
All right.
Yeah.
And did we haven't really determined, because we didn't dig this deep in, is this all one continual sample, or they put bits and pieces together?
The main part all is, that whole phone call.
You think so?
Is, and then, though, the Killer Clowns, holy shit, that is a separate, that might have been before the phone call. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while. But, nonetheless, both are ports where the police chief has no part of believing these killer clowns are out there.
Right. Killer Clowns? Holy shit.
Everlasting line of the song already.
Of the CD for you.
I feel like that's one we always would reference. Killer Clowns. Holy shit.
I feel like for not even knowing the movie, I would reference that.
Yeah. Going back to, I've said this in the past on things that were like the joke of saving things for the 6th.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This might be the one thing they for sure would have saved. At some point, they're like, oh, this is a great sample. We'll save Killer Clown sample for the last album because it's perfect. Like, why wouldn't we have a Killer Clown sample?
It does seem right up their alley. All right, so we got that little sample.
Yeah.
No beat behind it.
No.
But then the beat starts. I think it's fun.
I like when it...
It's very playful. And there's that horns. And then it's like it's very...
Yeah.
It's not just guitars. It's not just drum beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's lots of bits and pieces to it.
Yeah, clowny.
It kind of is circusy, not in like a riddle box way, or
like in a Killer Clowns way.
Yeah, even like Yum Yum, how that's like circusy. Yeah, this is just whimsical.
Yeah, that's a good word, whimsical.
It is. All right, first verse. We got Shaggy talking. I don't know about what, so that's gonna be part of my problem. You have Shaggy talking to someone,
Yeah.
so this is a little back and forth he has with someone he's encountered.
Mhm.
Let me see your throat thing there, buddy. I'ma chop it. See, the idea is to make you die.
Stop it.
Stop it. So, here we go. Is this Mike P? Is this Legs Diamond?
Legs Diamond.
Or is it Lil Pig?
Little pig.
It's not Legs Diamond.
I don't think it's Mike P. Doesn't sound like him there.
I mean, there's a couple here
Yeah.
in this verse of back and forth of this person. It could be Mike P.
Yeah.
Genius seems to think it may be Mike
That's
P.
what they think. But there's also just the question mark there.
So yeah, I don't know. I've
Just the
never
way he
really-
sounds though when he goes, "Stop it." This is very funny.
I've never known who this was.
No.
So, but now that the book is telling us Legs Diamond is in this,
Yeah.
again, you tell me where Legs Diamond is. Also, let's note Shaggy cutting necks
Yeah. This is what, the 4th or 5th time he's
God.
mentioned cutting someone's neck in this album.
constantly. He is the Southwest Strangler.
He's not the neck cutter though, so it doesn't really make sense.
Well, who is?
J. Violent J.
Or who does the remix? Awesome Dre.
Awesome J. Hell yeah.
I don't know why, but your heartbeat offends me. Yeah, that's my daily life. I need to cut you off at the windpipe desperately.
It's fun. It's fun
That's-
banter about cutting someone's neck.
Yeah, he's playing up the throat cutting here. Like, then the person replies, like, how about cutting your own neck? This is a great line.
Right.
I did 17 times. Why do you think I talk like this? Before I cut myself, this was my voice.
Sin
And it's
for sure there. Yeah.
Sin's voice. It's way deeper.
Nice and buttery.
What a great line.
Yeah.
Now give me your neck pipe. You don't have no choice. Well, still, different lines, different words for his throat
Yeah.
or neck. Very fun. The kid, the person, says, I'm not ready to die. And Shaggy replies, neither was Eazy-E. Now, I like this. I'm going to go back. We're going to go through it and then come back. What makes you so fucking special that you can... The way he says escape is
Yeah.
like escape.
Skeep.
Escape the wreath.
The wreath is so funny.
And the kid says, you mean Wraith? And he interrupts him with, I said Wraith. Now shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that I think he mispronounces 2 words and he calls him out on Wraith and not
Yeah.
escape. And give me your windpipe so I can cut that motherfucker. Cut that motherfucker.
Pick somebody else.
I'm picking anybody I can find. And you happen to be the next motherfucker in line. Then the kid
He
agrees.
just agrees to it. Yeah, you know what? Sure.
Yeah, your voice is nice and suave. So
That's true. You survived cutting your own neck 17 times, so I guess I'll be fine if you do it once. You gotta let off some steam somewhere.
keep still right there. And about 1, 2, 3 of those motherfuckers, I'm out of here.
At the end there, and the 1, 2, 3, they have a little like. That's fun at the end
Yeah.
there.
And the beat drops a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, no, this is a fun, Shaggy,
Vintage
interactive story.
Shaggy, if you will. No nut sacks, but nice cutting, nice neck cutting, fun.
Yes.
And yeah, making fun of himself with the wreath and all the things of that nature. It's
It
good.
tells a fun little story. Like,
Yeah.
you can picture it. It's a nice back and forth. So, I like it. Let's do the chorus next. So we have Jay. A little sing-songy here.
Yeah,
right?
the way he sings the "Let me make a pain be gone."
I wanna stab, stab, stab.
You know what? That might be Legs Diamond. The stab, stab, stab. That sounds like Legs doing that part.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
I think that's him there.
Good call. It's like murdering be giving me a calm. I need to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then he repeats, let me make the pain be gone. I want to stab, stab, stab. Blah, blah, blah.
I love this chorus. Like the way it sounds, very fun. I like Jay in this.
Ooh,
No, you don't.
I need to. Then you hear like what I took was a female voice saying, ha, what kind of circus is this?
That's another Killer Clown sample.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was hoping. Well, like, that's not Lil Pig, is
It's
it?
so that's early on. The meteor crashes to the, and then they go and it's a big tent. She
Find the
walks in,
tent, yeah.
It's all
that,
like the.
that makes sense. I
What
was
kind of circus is this?
Is that your female voice?
It's my Jenny.
Jenny. All right. Do I even have to like? All right. Well, we'll go with this. The Shaggy verse is okay, right? It's interesting. It tells a story.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with staleness? Like
At
what?
this point, no. That's just the name of the song, just the title.
Okay. And the chorus is just saying that to release some steam, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you have to kill people. You have to.
It's vintage ICP. Gotta murder. He likes to murder. He wants to murder.
Okay.
That's a House of Crazy sample, I believe.
All right, so let's see if Jay's verse does anything for us.
Yeah.
I like Jay's verse. It paints a picture.
Yeah. This reminds me of another song from them, and I can't think of which one. Maybe it's like Sleepwalkers, which is not the same tone, but like just him as a mental patient, like breaking out type thing.
It reminds me of like Halloween.
Yeah.
Almost like he's a Michael Myers.
Yeah, for sure.
Or Terminator 2, like where Sarah Connor's like in the thing. Like that's what I picture that.
Yeah. But a more cartoony, like goofy version of it, for sure.
For sure. How you gonna give me a straight jacket when I'm crooked? I mean, that's just a play on straight jacket. Took it and shook it, ripped it and unzipped it.
Got Jay spitting here, huh? A little bit. Not bad.
What is he, fucking Houdini? Getting out of a straight jacket? And waited for the nurse guy to bring me my tray. Jumped in from behind and turned his head backwards my way.
See him hiding behind like the chair, like the sofa they have. Well, some of the patients are sitting. Well, the hospitals have. They're sitting watching.
Haddonfield Hospital.
Yeah, they're sitting and watching TV, and Jay's hiding behind it as the nurse guy comes in, jumps up behind him.
I was thinking he's in his little cell, like when who was that? Danny Trejo gives Michael his little tray.
Mikey, time to go back to your pen now.
You pull down the little door and you slide the tray in.
No, I feel like they're
in
all
the rec room.
They're all hanging out. That's when they usually disperse the pills. It seems in the movies when they're all together.
Yeah, but he doesn't mention anyone else.
No.
So he snaps the guy's neck.
Yeah, I see him in the full
He's in a straight jacket.
No, they try to give him a straight jacket, but he's off it. But underneath, he's wearing that gown, kind of like Michael Myers wears when he escapes that you wear at the hospital. That you tie in the back, so his butt cheeks are all flapping in the wind right now.
I'm picturing in the straight jacket, it's all tied up, but his arms are out, but they're like 2 feet off his arms, so
flailing
like,
around.
Yeah, they're just like. But I guess he's doing a lot of stuff without his hands.
Yeah.
So, but we'll keep going. We'll see if he can be doing these things without his hands exposed.
Well, right off the bat, here we go. Took all his keys. He's gonna need hands for that.
And I created methadone. Masturbated on myself and leapt out the window.
It wouldn't be early 2000s Jay if he wasn't jacking off at some point in the song.
He seems to just take his time. Like,
well, we're 8 songs in and he finally pulls out his dick, starts jacking off in a song.
I meant for him to just finish that quickly.
Oh. Well, it's probably a lot built up,
He's getting excited about this, so it was quick.
Yeah.
Then he turned around and went back inside. Once I realized I could have grabbed a gang of formaldehyde.
Thinking about his good homie Blaze as he breaks out. Bring him some 40s of formaldehyde.
Very nice of him. Suddenly another fucking guard shot me. I played the whole movie shit off like, you got me.
I like that part.
Yeah. It stops and he does like, you got me.
Yeah.
Like that. That's fun. Laid there playing dead, and when he checked my pockets, I jabbed my fucking thumb knuckle deep in his eye socket.
That's vicious.
Very Michael Myers.
For sure.
By now, there were guards everywhere, and I'm steady cutting heads off, surfing
the wheelchair is a visual I love.
Yeah, I can just see him, like, standing on it as it's rolling.
Like Teen Wolf on top of the van, and then all the guards are just, like, obnoxiously running, like, hands in the air behind their heads after him.
Yeah, I'm picturing that, but he's, like, driving by them and, like,
chopping their heads off. I just see, like, him going down the hall. Like, if you're watching the movie, there's, like, music playing, and here goes Jay on the surfing the wheelchair, and then right behind him, a bunch of guards chasing him. All obnoxious.
Like at the end of Joker, where he's running, and then you wait a couple seconds, and
the whole
people
crowd
run
after him.
No, I picture all that too. I'm with you.
This whole verse, I'm going to have to find a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest screen capture to Photoshop Jay into.
Yes. And too many bullets finally put me away. But was it the real Violent J?
That was my favorite part of the song, though. Was it the real Violent J?
That, like, the piano hit?
Yeah, it's so good.
So he finally succumbs to the cops shooting him. Again, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but we got the J chorus again.
I think, again, just two fun verses of guys who just have to murder. Like, just a play on that. Like, that's what the whole, I don't know what the staleness comes into, but...
Well, I think it comes in a minute, which is, I don't understand. So he does the chorus. And then at the end of it, he says, it kills the pain.
It kills the pain.
It's the only thing that kills the pain. I'm sorry. Then the bridge. I think it's just Jay, but maybe it's both of them singing.
It sounds like a chorus of people. Like,
it gets that way. It doubles.
Yeah, at
more.
first it's Jay. Yeah, he's picking up people. All his inmates are following behind him. They're all walking out of the asylum with their hands around each other.
He's bringing Chief with him. I'm so sorry that I'm so stale. I'm so sorry I'm stale.
Yeah.
But
still I gotta murder your... This is a fun sing-along.
Man, I'm sorry I'm stale.
Yeah. Well,
then
there's
it doubles.
An annotation here that does make a good point of what this might mean.
Go ahead.
Eli
Manning.
El Musha, not to be confused with Mushy Mustard.
Is that his,
That's his previous gimmick.
That's his Spanish gimmick?
El Mustard.
El Mustard. He's got a little mustache.
So he accepted it. So I think that is his previous gimmick. This was 10 years ago, by the way. This was by Xanax777. Notes that many fans thought that they were growing stale around 2002 when the race Shangri-La was released. ICP are sorry for this, but they are still sticking to their murderous subject matter.
I don't. That's a stretch.
I mean, I could see it. Like, I feel like it's more people thought that after because of the unveiling. I don't think leading into the Wraith, people were saying that they were getting stale. Like, It was Bizarre where people turned off by that, thinking they're not.
So.
I think it's more after. So you weren't gonna. It's not like they were Nostradamus, seeing in the future of people calling them out.
Wojadamus?
Wojadamus.
If that was the case, then they would have 18 versions of the song by now. What? All right, so he does the bridge.
Yeah.
But then it doubles up where I think it's still him, but it may be multiples or different people jumping in. Maybe this is where Lil Peg or other people just are lending voices, singing, I'm so sorry that I'm so stale, I'm so sorry I'm stale. But then you have like Jay in the background, like we said a couple weeks ago, after every line is saying, everybody, or do you feel me?
Yeah.
Juggalos. So after every time he's saying something else. But this repeats for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not a lot in the song. Classic outro of Psychopathic here.
Yeah, just a minute of hook.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to the end here. And then after that goes on for a minute, you have Isham.
Hell yeah.
Isham the Unholy. Isham telling us, yeah, that's right.
We stale as fucking fuck.
Suicidalists, Juggalos, we're just stale. Suicidalist, obviously, the name of his fans.
Yeah.
So, no matter what, we're always going to be stale as fuck. God, this is worse than fucking ABK's intro or outro the other day.
Sounds smooth, though. You got Isham sounding smooth as he's delivering these lines.
Yeah. Stale as fuck, because that's just how we do. This is Isham, motherfucker. I was on the first Joker's card and the last.
I like that. I like the little full circle of Isham. Again, as I mentioned last week, everyone who appears, they've random him to pop up here, random for ABK to be singing along, but it all feels like they're here for this big party, the end of the Joker card run.
The line, I was on the first Joker's card and the last, is really funny.
Yeah.
And then he starts to say, I am the wicked shit, but that goes into the next song.
Yeah.
Literally cuts right in the middle.
Yeah, once he starts saying I am, that's like whoop, and then you hear like the darkness kick in there.
Yes. The
Yeah.
darkness. No, that's the Green Book season. So yeah. Isham was on the first seed. He was on Carnival of Carnage.
Yeah.
He was on Taste.
He
So.
ate up Was it Awesome Dre? They're originally going
It was someone's
to pay him.
money.
They took
yeah.
his money and gave it to Esham because he was at the studio at the time.
It's great.
Fun story.
So yeah, let's just go back because. All right, I'll say it now. I don't care. You said that hook is fun.
Yeah.
I wrote terrible.
Oh man, I love it. I love the way he says, "Let me make the pain be gone," and they go, "Stab, stab, stab."
That's bad to me.
It's bad.
But the part where he goes, "I'm so sorry that I'm so stale," is just so fucking
I don't mind
lame
that.
and terrible.
It's like it switches up the song. Like it feels like it's something different.
It's
at the end.
sing-songy and it sounds like a kindergartner is doing it.
That's like their bread and butter is the sing-songy stuff.
I don't know. I think it's bad.
I like it. But the hook, I mean, the outro of Sing Along, whatever, it is what it is. Just, I guess, the way to make it called the stale. But I like the actual chorus itself, though. Let me make a pain be gone. And the way the beat follows along with his little.
I understand that. But what did you think it says? Oh, let the pay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to call you out on it not being right. Sorry. I get what you're saying there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like the two verses independently are okay, but they're not tied to each other at all. They're not tied to the theme of the song or the intro or the outro or the bridge or the title. It's all just.
I think they're tied together about two guys who need to kill.
That's a stretch.
That's what they.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the staleness?
The staleness, I don't know. It's just
Shouldn't it be called like Thy Murderers?
maybe.
Just the whole like apologizing for being stale, quote unquote. All right, let's back up.
Yeah.
Fucking, that is a. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I am.
Stale.
Fine, I'm done. I'm really about to be done with all this right now.
Set yourself up for it.
I'm getting really irritated. I don't know how to explain this, but I don't know if it's Juggalo vernacular or just how people talk.
Yeah.
That's I'm not saying that I'm like offended by it or that it's like, there's plenty that we've talked about that like is gross.
Yeah.
Or like, so I'm not saying that. I just find that to be like a lame word to use. Like, and I feel like the Juggalo picked up on it from here, or maybe that was just in the vocabulary. Like just saying, "Oh, this is stale. You're stale." Like that's a J thing, and then everyone picked up on it.
That's
and
true.
I'm just like, oh, like it's just it's gross and child. It's just I don't know.
It doesn't. I don't care one way or the other. Like to call it gross just seems like
It's not gross like fucking like Jamie Madrox and his pink fun.
No, yeah.
That's gross. I just meant like sad and weird and like I don't want to. You will never catch me saying something is stale.
No, I never used it, but I never cared one way or the other. Like hearing it.
I guess that's what I should say it more.
Yeah.
That like it's something.
But there's
I would
plenty
know.
of like Juggalo terms and vernacular that I'm not using.
Really?
In my go-to.
I'm pretty sure you use it all the time.
Like what?
I don't know. Neddin.
Neddin. I call everything Neddin. Yeah, that's some stale ass Neddin over there.
Ah, fuck.
Maybe
Okay.
this will help you like it more. Cause
Neddin.
this track was apparently mentioned in Murder Dog magazine in September 2002.
No, talk to me.
So Jay discussing the recording of the Wraith, talking about Esham being on the label, how everything's awesome.
You're such a historian. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Well, actually, I like
You
to.
don't have to say where you found it. You found it.
Yeah. He says there's one song called "The Pain," and that's about the pain. And that's about the pain that comes with not murdering, not being able to kill. Like when you hear the voices, if you're a serial killer, you know what's calling out to you to do those murders. And if you don't do it, it's kind of like a heroin addiction. So if it was called The Pain, and they didn't have this outro, maybe be more comfortable with the flow of the song.
If the title wasn't called, if it wasn't called The Staleness,
Yeah.
and the hook didn't talk about "I'm so sorry that I'm so stale," then yeah, maybe I would like it more. Because the two verses aren't bad. They just don't tie together.
I think they tie together. I just don't think the outro ties into the song that comes before it.
I think, ironically, this song is stale. That's the one time I'll use it.
We're losing you on the Wraith.
It should be called The Suckness.
Wow. Man, never thought that would turn this way the past 2 weeks.
One of our friends texted me today about the rave, and he said he likes, and this is how you don't understand what a text means. I don't know if he meant 3 or 4 songs on the Wraith or 3/4 of the Wraith that he likes. I'm like, oh, he likes 3/4 of the Wraith. Then I'm like, I think he means 3 or 4 songs. I'm like, that's a little abusive.
Steve says it's the worst album on the,
oh my God.
on the original Joker card run.
But he wants to listen to it in surround sound.
Yeah.
He's that much of an audiophile.
Well, when he was getting on me for putting Jekyll's last, and you, he found out you also had a last, and he's like...
Fuck you, Steve.
He's kept going... I forgot what he was... If he said tripping, whatever, he put in all caps, like something. But then I go, I think it's just a testament to how much I enjoy all the albums. That I have it last doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just my least of the...
Everything's so good.
Yeah. He said, me and Rex were discussing that, so... I was like, I don't hate any of them. I like them all. I'm just saying, if I had to rank them... I could put Jekyll above Carnage, maybe. Those two, I'd have to sit and list them all.
Oh, no. Those are your bottom two?
Yeah. Ringmaster keeps climbing. That's one album that's aged phenomenal over the years. That might be their best when it's all said and done.
Wow. Of the first deck?
Of all of them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like anything in the second's going to pass it.
Just wanted to say
I know you want to put Law or Found at number 1, but...
Oh, I love Found. If we had a draft of Joker cards, I would just start pulling from the second deck.
Man, you'd be the Matt Millen of...
You recently had a second deck listen. Have we talked about that?
No, we didn't, but I did listen to everything. I do still have Yum Yum and Lost 1 and 2 currently.
Oh, you haven't listened to?
No, those are my 1 and 2.
Oh.
Yum Yum,
and
Lost.
What?
Or not Lost, sorry. Yum Yum, Found. Bang Pow Boom. Then it's either Death Pop or Fred Fury. I don't know which one.
Ooh.
And obviously Lost is last.
Well, obviously.
But Death Pop and Fred Fury are 4A, 4B. I don't know. Can't decide which one's above the other one.
Did you go through sideshows? Like
no,
Flip
none of
the
that
Rat, no, all the 18, the Yum Yum seeds?
No, because I was just trying to rank my second deck. I think you can make probably a banger, awesome album with the best of Yum Yum and then a couple of the tracks off the Seeds. Probably make a contender for first deck mix.
What? No, I'm sorry. You have to repeat that. What are you trying to say about Yum Yum?
I'm saying you take the Yum Yum album, drop any of the tracks you want to drop, and then pull a few from those Seeds. You could probably make a real dynamite album front to back that could maybe move its way into that contendership.
I don't hate the Seeds. One or two of them I like.
They're not stale.
I haven't given Yum Yum itself a good enough listen.
I like Yum Yum a lot.
I don't hate it. I just haven't given it a good enough listen. That opening, that first one was, I hate it. The CD before the CD.
Oh, the lore?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't remember anything on there.
No, that CD sucks ass. But yeah, through the Seeds, they're not bad. But yeah, no, that's a tough one because, okay.
Yeah.
No, we're going to end this with this. I understand what you mean by saying you could take some of the Seeds and put them on, like make them all one seed. But you don't say like, well, you could take something off of Beverly Hills and make Ringmaster better.
No.
Like, so what's different about the era of that, but then the other eras? You know, you don't say that about anything else.
No, I would just random thought.
I know. I'm not saying you in particular, but I think everyone naturally says like, oh, if you have a double CD, you can make one good CD.
Bizarre. You can make an awesome one out of the two.
I can make 2 awesome CDs out of that.
There's some skips in there.
Well, like even like Shangri-La and Hell's Pit, even though that's not the same because there's one true Joker's card and the other one's a 17-song sideshow. It's just natural that anyone in any band, whatever, people say stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, you don't say that about Tunnel of Love and Riddlebox would make an awesome CD.
Maybe Yum Yum, because it's they all say it's a plant.
It's a series.
Parts of the plant growing off or seeds that fell out of it and grew. It's all family.
But the riddle box is in a little heart on Tunnel of Love.
It is. Tunnel of Love is a attraction inside of the Carnival of Carnage.
Did you ever think that the Tunnel of Love is just the heartbeat within the riddle box?
Within the riddle box.
Like as you turn the crank, that do 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 do. That's the heartbeat.
Yeah.
That's the Juggalo heartbeat.
Juggalo heartbeat.
It pumps the Fago through the veins, through the coil of the riddle box neck.
Yeah, the actual ride is the nerve system of the riddle box. Man, how did we wind up here?
I don't know, but I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk Swallow This Nut. I was just trying to make you spit out your... Well, we will get to Swallow This Nut in a minute.
Yeah.
But not quite yet. I haven't looked at the camera once this episode.
Still on.
Still
That's
going.
good.
Speaking of Swallow That Nut, we're talking what else the Staleness has been on.
That's
It's
right.
been on the Wraith Remix CD, and it was touched by Fritz the Cat, our good friend.
Yeah, he is a good friend of the pod. We sampled his barbecue.
We did. He sampled the Wraith. We sampled his loin.
That sounds real wrong.
I don't know where I was going with that. He remixed this song, and I honestly don't have much. Oh, did you want to talk about like what he's done before?
No, when I seen him appear, I thought, that's weird seeing Fritz with ICP. I can't think of anything he's done with him. So, according to his Discog, the only production credit he has for Insane Clown Posse are The People and Swallow This Nut. There's only 2 tracks I see.
I thought you found 2 more.
There was 2 Shaggy solo tracks that he co-produced because they're Shaggy productions. So I imagine he just kind of helped, spruce those up and get them finalized.
Yeah. But I mean, that's still, I'll count that as not thinking he's in ICP. Like,
yeah, but those would be the only 4 tracks.
Make It Happen.
ICP solo.
Make It Happen and Owl Face Ho.
I do not remember which song Owl Face Ho is. What a title. Add that to the drum of one-off tracks we have to cover.
And then he also produced a Chaos Theory?
Yeah, full production credit on the Chaos Theory.
I didn't see that text until just now.
I guess it's considered ICP, right?
I mean, we're talking Psychopath, right?
Yeah, but Twisted, ABK, Blaze, he's all over all their stuff. But
yes, but the other side of that.
Yeah, the other window in the realm of the Dark Carnival, not much so.
The other realm of the Dark Carnival.
The People was a fun track.
Oh, yeah, that's like a really good, that's like a hit, wouldn't you say?
Swallow This Nut, not so much.
Is that with like...
Vanilla Ice, right?
Oh, I thought it was with one of the other... Fish and Grits or fucking one of those.
2 Live Crew, right?
That's what I thought. It was
I thought
one of
it's
those.
them and Vanilla Ice.
I just picture like 18 people, a Mac 10. It's one of those where there's like 18 people on there.
Absolutely terrible track. Pulling up Forgotten Freshness 4. That is Vanilla Ice, Fresh Kid Ice, Fish and Grits, and MC Breed.
There's a lot of people on there.
All those names on there? That track's only 3 minutes and 11 seconds long.
Oh my God.
Right over there?
Yeah. My hands are so cold that I can't text. I can't work my phone. Oh, it's so cold down here. It's still cold from last week at Harpo's.
From last week.
So yeah, the Fritz beat. My note is that it's a little less rock than previous tracks. Like I feel like every other remix so far has almost been like a rock remix.
Yeah, try to maybe keep the vibe of the Wraith.
But being as we kind of think of him as a rock. I don't think of him as a rocker, but as I picture Fritz stuff being more rock oriented. But this one doesn't have that. I feel like it's very...
But that era of his production is for sure more hip-hop, like old disc vibes.
Yeah.
Like he still kind of is in that realm. And was this 06 when this remix came out?
Yes. I wrote that. I think it's got a little funky piano and drum.
Yeah. Yeah, the beat itself, I don't mind. The track fits over, but it's nothing like that jumps out like, oh man, this blew me away. It just kind of nice, even keel.
Yeah.
Played it safe, it feels like.
He or whoever put this together, like, I feel like everything we talked about when there's little cuts, like where it cuts out for a certain lyric. They didn't do that here. He just kind of just ran right.
I think he just
through it.
made a beat and threw it on there.
Yeah, it doesn't fit to it.
No,
it's a good beat, but it just doesn't fit the song.
Here's the question: do you think he made the beat for it, or they did? Hey, we need you for the remix. And he just pulled something out of his hard drive and sent it to him. Because it kind of feels like that's what happened here.
I wonder that about all of these.
I mean, Kuma, of course, you could tell made his, but
right.
And then just with Fritz, he has so much music that I could see him just being like, "Oh shit, they need a track for the remix. Send him this."
Yeah. Maybe didn't send it just here you go, but something that was already.
He looked through it and like, okay, this will fit,
and still like worked it to fit it, but had something already. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's got a very Fritz funky vibe, which I enjoy. I have a note that I really don't understand. So he cut out the Isham and J part.
Yeah.
That's not on there at all.
Right.
But I wrote mixes chorus back in with this. Oh, I think in that minute-long bullshit of I'm so sorry that I'm so stale, he mixed back in the original hook.
The Let Me Make Pain Be Gone part?
No, like the original, like the first part of the I'm so sorry. I'm so
like
stale.
looped it back in.
Yeah, and it like kind of scratches at like the.
Yeah.
Not scratches, but it's like the. I don't know. It weaves it in there.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't catch that. Listen to it.
I'd say that's maybe halfway, if not more than halfway.
Okay.
Less than halfway, I mean, into that minute bullshit.
You really hate that outro.
I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, I don't know if I have to rehash, but then I will. I'll start. Yeah. This has to be the worst song so far.
Even with the two choruses, or the two verses, I mean, that you're good with.
They're okay for what they are, but like they're just not good.
I think at this point it's in the lower half. It's down there with Murder Rap and Get You Wicked On Birthday Bitches area, but I don't hate it. I like it. I'm a fan of this album. It flows good to me.
I'm not saying that it doesn't flow
but like
well.
if I picked it out on its own, I don't know. I think it's that the actual song itself I dig. The two verses, I like they said paint a cool picture. Jay is the Michael Myers escaping is cool, and like there's funny jokes in both of them, and I like the hook. That stale part to me, when you listen to the whole album, it's fine where it is. It almost feels like it's just like something that pops in this one long thing. But as a solo track, like taking it out here and breaking it down, it seems super random. Then you name the track after it. Doesn't really make any sense, but I don't have the beef with it that you do.
I don't have a beef with it. I'm not into it.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, that's fine. Make it your own. Fritz did. He removed it. He didn't remove it, but he tweaked it.
He's like, I got to do something with this. Like, of all the songs, they gave me that. There's a good question.
Yeah.
How did each person get chosen? Did they say, hey, Kuma, here's 4? Or did they say, hey, Mike Clark, pick the 2 that you want? And then, oh, Kuma, pick the 3 that you want.
No, I think they would just send them tracks.
Then Fritz has got the last one.
Like, hey, Fritz, we think you're stale. Here, have this.
I mean, that sucks, but now I want to, like, look forward on who else. Like, Mike Clark got all bangers. Oh, it's Lord in heaven. Just seeing, like, the other... Yeah. Oh, Fritz has another one. We'll be seeing him later in the...
That's why I was curious if he had another one.
He does. Which I'll accept. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I wonder what that situation is like, and I hope that we get to talk to someone to find that out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Clark's definitely makes sense. Like the ones he was given, you could tell he
was given.
Yeah, that makes sense. Otherwise, everyone else, I don't know. Cam K's, when I was scrolling through, theirs kind of makes sense. I could see that being one that fits them. Otherwise, I don't know.
They should have gotten the staleness. All right.
Yeah.
Well, sorry that the negativity flowed a little.
Why do you hate ICP?
But you know what I don't hate?
Yeah.
Is interacting with all of our friends and fans on social media.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of this.
By the way, the tournament probably just wrapping up now, huh? March Madness.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Depends on how long you want to stretch it out.
Depends, yeah. We recorded this a little ahead of time. But
well, if you run it exactly like the tournament,
yeah, the finals will be
around WrestleMania. So
Yeah.
WrestleMania is not there yet. So, yeah. Check out the social medias, specifically Instagram, X, and Facebook, but also check out TikTok and Threads. That's at Juggalo RWD. Either use the hashtag WraithRewind or check and keep voting on those Jersey Merch Madness polls. We want to crown the best jersey in Juggalo history.
It's upsetting that Cotton Candy already got knocked out in the first round, but, sometimes there's upsets.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. I know every podcast says that, but it is important to give us ratings. Then we like the different reviews, and then subscribing will get you to listen to us every Thursday morning, bright and early.
That's right.
So you don't have to go looking. Hey, is that out yet? You just wait for us to come into your box.
And if you don't subscribe, and you're next to a Mack truck who listens to us, you'll know because they'll give us old toot toot.
Is that like tugboat? Or is that like Big Daddy Cool?
It's more diesel.
No, just making sure.
Dum, dum, dang, dum, dum.
Okay.
If I was a trucker, I'd blast that as I open up and walk into the Flying J or wherever I'm going.
Oh, fuck. The other thing you can do to help yourself and us is sharing with a friend. Whether you have friends that are just joining the Juggalo community, maybe they're, old school. They've been here forever. They're just new to podcasting. They're so old that they don't know how to find a podcast. Or maybe they're a former Juggalo.
Right.
They don't even listen anymore. But hey, this will pique their nostalgia.
Recovering Juggalo.
We've had a couple people like that, I think, and they enjoy it. So most of our friends, I feel, are former or, not as much into it as they used to be. And this is kind of getting back into their nostalgia brain.
I know a friend, small, normal size Steve, not big Steve.
Normal size.
I'm saying big Steve's tall. He's a big man. He's large. Steve's normal height. I meant it like that, not... I don't know what you're trying to insinuate. I'm saying, why don't we haven't...
Neither Steve listens to this, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I was saying he does because he's getting back into it. He's buying tapes and CDs, and he's feeling the nostalgia. So, got some people like that getting back in.
He just wants any reason to buy dead media.
That's true. He's running out of other things to buy. This is my Juggalo media.
Getting right back into it 20 years later. So, yeah, like I said, share with everyone. And that's how we grow, and that's how you gain friends.
That's right.
You can listen anywhere where you're listening or watching podcasts. So check all of those places out. You know where they are. And if one of them is Spotify, check out that Q&A. Check out that poll. We don't really do anything with it, but it's there. It's fun. I like to see people's answers. YouTube, like we said, you can watch us if and when the camera works. Usually it does.
It's been good ever since I got that new phone.
Hell yeah, man. And then you can be a part of the show by contacting us, leaving us questions. It could be questions or comments about this season. It could be stuff that you want to hear or you want us to talk about. Just, hey, what's your favorite Joker's card?
You know what I like hearing?
Your best show. What's your whatever?
You get someone who joining us, like someone new. You get someone's like, hey, I'm on season 2, or I stumbled on this, and they pulling up something from back in the day. That's always exciting to hear. Like what you're on.
We've had a couple of those.
New to the party.
New to the Juggalo party. Maybe you're stuck on that Christmas 94 season. So yeah, we like to hear any of those questions, comments, stories, anything that you have for us on any of our seasons. Give us a call, leave us a voicemail, or text us at 810-666-1570. Or use the old snail mail. Not the snail mail, it's the email.
You can do that too. You can write us a letter.
You can send us a package.
You send a letter, and I'll read it like that clown in Shockumentary. Or no, he's not. He's looking at the picture. Sorry, I'll read it like that lady.
Who's addressing how it makes you look like a serial killer. Your handwriting
sharp points. He's writing in all capital letters. He's screaming out. He's saying, "Look at me. I wasn't looked at as a child. I need you to acknowledge me."
Acknowledge me. if anyone wants to actually write a letter, we will give you the address to send to.
And I will reenact it like Shockumentary.
The email address is juggalorwd@gmail. You can just write something and take a picture of it and scan it and send it to us.
No, that don't count. I won't read that one.
It needs to be on loose leaf paper?
I need to hold the actual piece of paper.
All right.
And then on the envelope, draw a weird like a wraith-like figure holding balloons, because that was real creepy. Remember that in the envelope?
This is taking a turn.
Always comes back to Shockumentary.
It does. Anything that you send it to us. Anything that you send to us, we'll try to answer or talk about throughout the year when we're trying to fill time, because God knows these episodes aren't long enough. Or we'll talk about it on the wrap-up show, which we may have 1 or 2 or 18 of. Website is going to be open as soon as humanly possible. JuggaloRewind.com. Then while you're out there, check out all the other Juggalo podcasts in the underground podcast community. Maybe you like Twisted with Us. Maybe you like Juggalo Judgment talking about the Al Azul CDs front to back. Maybe Al Azul will actually do something. They're going to be at camp.
You got an update?
No. I told the story and now just shook their head. Nothing. Although one of them was at Horror Hound today.
I did see that.
Hilarious.
Just as a fan.
The guys wouldn't have known who it was. I would have been like, hey, do you know how to work your text message? I guess you don't. Or you can listen to the Underground Table, which talks about, or the last couple episodes. There was one about the super famous Funtime Boys.
They had a local band on there talking stories.
Yeah, that was the last one that I heard based on the when we recorded and what we listened. And there's lots of other Juggalo podcasts out there. There's Deck One Dealt. Yeah. There's your boy Justin from Cleveland is going to have a new one upcoming in the fall.
Justin the Beard.
Yes.
Just a beard.
He may be working on a wrestling one too that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Well, the one that we talked about.
Oh.
Who else is there? The one I started listening to. I want to get the name right. I'll give them some love. Except I don't know how I'm going to find it because I don't have it in my thing. So, we're just going to keep talking. The Wicked Juggalo Pod Trash.
Oh, yeah.
So I listened to a couple episodes of that. I feel like I caught them a long, long time ago. I don't know where we would have heard them.
I don't remember them back in the early days of scouting to see what was out there.
There's a big break in their time, so I wonder if something like they just don't have X amount on their Apple or whatever. But yeah, it sounded very familiar when I started back listening to it. So they also talked to Mike P, so I wonder if we listened to that. Oh, maybe that was around the same time, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, because I looked around to see what was out there before we did that, so.
All right. So yeah, there's a bunch out there. You know, it's like flavors of ice cream. Mm-hmm. Maybe you like some and not others. Maybe you'll find them better than us.
That's bullshit.
Well, that's also true. But you'll find a second favorite out there.
Yes, second favorite. That's fine. We're Shangri-La, their Hell's Pit, you know?
And then don't forget to listen to our wrestling nonsense and buy t-shirts from Chris so he can clear out his basement. And don't forget the other shirts to bring to Astro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean. I forgot the name of them.
The old Glove City ones. Yeah.
Those off. Remember the year that like those were selling more than the wrestling?
That was
shirts?
the very first year. Yeah.
It's crazy. It was like flying off the shelf. Like what? Random. 20 by 20 apparel. 20 by 20
the old Ernie Harwell bootleg?
I forgot all about that. You have like multiple.
Stole some of those, yeah.
Bring them all out.
Real random to have.
Yeah, who cares? It's pop culture. So yeah, we talk about wrestling stuff. So if you want to go back and listen to that, that's old, but I think it stands the test of time. And then our thank yous to Steve for his music, Christmas for the voiceover work, and for Clownstrumentals for all of the YouTube nonsense. We don't say this enough, but also, if you missed any of this, go back in the show notes or look in the link tree,
That's true.
which is in all of our bios and show notes. And then there's also the Discord that we bop around in, as they say. That's the ICP with We Discord.
Yeah, I come and go in there.
Yeah, I haven't in a while. So.
Yeah.
But it's just things I haven't put on our little to-do sheet here.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out the link tree. That's the most important thing. I mean, not the most important, but it tells all
You can
of
find
us.
everything.
Yeah. So I think that's it for this stale song.
Man, hope we could get you back on board here. Hopefully the next week, get you back on the Wraith train. I'm a little upset. I'm riding solo right now. Playing Uno by myself with the Wraith.
I don't know. I just we'll talk about it more at the end.
Yeah.
I was worried this was going to happen, and I foresee it not ending, but it's going to be an interesting wrap up about the entire package.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's a good tease. You got 15 more months to find out.
15 more months.
That weeks.
End of June, right?
Yeah.
God, gotta keep doing that. We have a lot to go. Not even halfway through, but
Feels like the trains are rolling.
it does. But we still have a lot to go.
Yeah.
And we'll have a couple bonuses. We'll have a bunch of stuff. We'll have holidays will be here before you know it, and we'll be scrambling for when we can do episodes. But we will not scramble to get them into your inbox on Thursday mornings.
That's right.
Where this will be, and where we will be next week in your inbox for what's the next one?
Hell's Forecast.
Fucking the rain. The diamond rain has fallen, but now the fire has fallen.
That's right. It's going to get real scary up in here.
Real wicked. So
I am the wicked shit.
So we'll wait till next week, and we'll see you for Hell's Forecast. Thank you. All music played in this episode and in this entire season is owned by the respective publishers and copyright holders, and is reproduced for review purposes only under fair use.
Every good idea we ever had, every really bomb-ass idea we had, we said, no, we'll save that for the 6th.
UPC. This show is a member of the Underground Podcast community.
The Staleness.